From the Sin City, Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Dale and Scott.
Hey, Dale. Why do people in Greece hate getting up at dawn?
I don't know, Scott. Why do people in Greece hate getting up at dawn?
Because dawn is tough on Greece. The audience loved that. Hey, guys, welcome to another edition of the Swish Edition. It's January 22nd, 2025. And y'all belly up to the bar because, like most of America, it is freezing outside, so you don't want to go outside.
It's even really cold for us.
It is very cold for us. I think when I woke up this morning, it was 26.
Yeah. We're like 10 to 15 degrees from where we should be.
Right. It's very rare for us to get below freezing.
Yeah.
And I just do not like it.
And I also read it's been since July 13th since we've had measurable amount of rain.
Holy goalie.
Like there's been drizzles.
Yeah.
But nothing measurable.
It's been a very, very dry.
Yeah.
Very, very dry winter.
And this is supposed to be like a rainy part.
I know. And
Like
we've
next
had
month
nothing.
is supposed to be like one of the rainiest months that we have.
Yeah. Well, it's a good time to stay inside. We've pretty much stayed inside all day today.
Yeah.
It's a good night for a slow cooker, maybe, you know?
Love that.
Although I think we're having steaks tonight. Speaking of food, tomorrow, January 23rd, is National Pie Day. P-I-E, Dale.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Not to be confused with Pi Day, which is March 14th, which is celebrating 3.14, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
MC squared. Or
Yeah,
something.
so tomorrow is actual Pie Day, where you, like, I guess you're supposed to eat pie, celebrate
squared.
pie,
Yeah, you have a pie.
apple pie, pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
Which are kind of, you don't like blueberry pie, I know that.
No, but I know that there's a can of pumpkin in the pantry.
Yeah. So, and we
and
do.
you have a crust.
I do. Hey, I could make a pumpkin pie. Hey, that's fun. I could totally do that.
It's still, I feel like pumpkin pie you can only have in, well, I guess that's really a fall thing, but I guess you can have it in the winter.
I think you can have it whenever the hell you want.
Yes.
Also, since we're talking about the calendar, this Friday, January 25th, is National Opposite Day. I don't know what that means or how you're supposed to mark the occasion.
I
do the opposite of what you usually do.
You just fuck with people and say, hey, I don't know.
I don't even know. I can't even think of one example. Well, I don't know. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And today, since it is Wednesday, January 22nd, it's National Share Your Favorite Podcast Day. So won't you take a moment, dear Swish listeners, and encourage each and every one of your friends and your enemies to listen to the Swish Edition.
This, my friends, is the Swish Edition.
I'm liking that.
Yeah.
I'm liking that a lot.
It's kind of cool.
It's called air combat. I don't know. Kind of fun. So do you guys need a job? Are you out of work?
There are people looking, man.
There are jobs available. 3, actually, if you want to work for Planters Peanuts. They are offering $45,000 a year, plus expenses, plus benefits, for 3 people to drive its NUTmobile. The Planters NUTmobile. I honestly did not know this was a thing.
I had no idea they had one. Is it new?
No, it's been around for a while. Drivers are corporate ambassadors responsible for event planning, including booking appearances at events, parades, festivals, and the like. It's a 1-year gig that's going to run from June 2025 to June 2026. Applications are open now at their website through February 14th. So I don't know. I mean, here's a picture of the vehicle. It will remind you probably of Oscar Mayer Wiener's NUTmobile.
Yes.
It's about that same size, but it's shaped like a peanut. And it even has the ridges on it, like the outside of a peanut shell would have. And you can get in it and drive it. It looks like a bus, like it was converted like van or oversized vehicle of some sort.
No, and that was my next question is what is the inside? Is it like an RV? And are you by yourself?
You're by yourself, yeah.
And so if I go to a state fair, I gotta hand out peanuts by myself?
I guess so. It kind of looks like it has an airplane type door on the side it looks like a baby RV. So maybe they do.
I bet it's RV like.
Do you think they have to sleep in it?
You're driving across the country. I guess so. I don't know.
Yuck. Anyway, if you want to join the Peanut Squad, candidates need a college degree.
Stupid.
Preferably in communications, marketing, or public relations. Hey,
I guess that does
wait. I have a degree in public relations.
I guess that does make sense because you are event planning and hanging out with people.
You also need a valid driver's license. Well, duh. Unlike the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile, they're going to pay $45,000 to the lucky person that gets to drive this. Oscar Mayer pays their drivers $35,000 a year. It's not a lot of money.
No.
$45,000 a year is basically around $20-something an hour if you divide it by all the 40 hours a week kind of thing. Okay, dogs. One dog starts barking and the other one starts whining. It has no idea what the issue might be.
It's too lazy to go see.
That's right. Anyway, so good luck if you guys want to be driving the NUTmobile around the country. You couldn't pay me enough to do that. It would have to be a hell of a lot more than $45,000 for me to live in that thing.
Yeah.
Does the right water make for better pizza? I could not believe when I ran across this story. A Washington, D.C. pizzeria thinks so. It's called My Own Pizza. It's a restaurant that is making pizza dough out of Brooklyn, New York water. They're importing it from New York, from I assume the regular tap water in Brooklyn.
So I've heard a little bit about this, and so there's a bagel company somewhere who does something similar, and the New York Water Authority or whatever it's called actually sells this piece of equipment.
Wow.
And I don't know, they're not shipping the water. They're just not shipping the water. My understanding is that they buy this like water
filter?
Not filter, but I guess it adds the right chemicals that New York City adds to
give it
the water.
The same quality
They
water.
give it the same quality of water that you would get in New York City. And there's a bagel company that's not located in New York that has this. And the damn water authority sells these things. Well, and you got to get like a license or something.
I really want to know if the New York style pizza using Brooklyn water actually tastes any different from the pizza made with Washington, D.C. water.
Doubt it.
And if you did a blind taste test, could you tell the difference? I bet not.
I bet not either.
It's all in the process of cooking it. I mean, New York City definitely has very distinctive pizza.
It's thin and
hard.
It's big.
It's hard to recreate that in other places.
See, I disagree. It's just fucking pizza,
okay,
man.
Well, but Domino's and
of course not.
Pizza
You're going
Hut
with
sell
chains.
New York style pizza, and it tastes nothing like what you get in a real pizzeria.
You can't use those as no.
All right. Well,
there are certainly pizza shops that you could even go to a mom and pop kind of thing and get a really good fucking slice of pizza.
Well, if we have any listeners in Washington, D.C., and we should, we must, could you go buy My Own Pizza? It's at, it's up on Connecticut Avenue, about 3 blocks north of DuPont Circle. Check it out. I've never been there. I don't know if it was there when we were there.
I never heard of it.
Yeah, but it's up there. And if you guys could check it out and get this pizza and let us know, we would really appreciate it.
My favorite was And Pizza.
Yeah, that was good.
That was
a
really
chain.
good.
That was kind of a chain. This isn't a chain. This is
It
like
wasn't
a
a
one-off.
chain. It became a chain, but it was a local chain, I believe.
Was it?
Started in the DMV, almost like a Five Guys kind of way.
It was pretty good. It was
Yummy.
just south of where our store was. Well, speaking of our store, I was curious about the old Avenue Jack space, which was at 1301 Connecticut Avenue, south of this pizza place.
Mhm.
And I wanted to know if the Tokyo Pearl, the Asian nightclub and restaurant that opened in our space after we left, was still there. And apparently it is.
Wow.
And they've even expanded. So here's a picture taken. I guess this is Google,
Yeah, Google Street View.
is that what it is?
Yeah.
And you can see the front door. There's our window. Our awning is gone. All the awnings are gone.
Yeah.
Look what they did in the back on the 18th Street side. They added this whole extension, and you can actually eat and sit out there and hang out. You can see a picture down on the next page of what it looks like in that extension and see how they broke through the wall into the store.
That's kind of cool.
Isn't that cool?
That is really cool.
Yeah. We should check it out the next time we're in town.
Yeah.
It's only open in the evening
Oh.
from like 4 p.m. on. So I want to check it out. And if you
it's
guys
nice out there.
don't know what we're talking about, we used to own a clothing store in Washington, D.C. called Avenue Jack. How could you not know that?
Right.
All right. So I'm opening the files of the things that no one asked for right now. And this is called soup flavored hard candy. Come on, please. Progresso, the soup company, is launching Soup Drops, a chicken noodle soup flavored hard candy. There's a picture of it here, Dale. They look like cough drops. They're about the size of a cough drop, a cough lozenge. The company says it tastes like broth, savory vegetables, soft egg noodles, and a hint of parsley.
I mean,
They're-
they'll sell it.
They're putting them out for National Soup Month, right at the height of cold and flu season. And their tagline is soup you can suck on. Why? Why would anyone want a savory candy?
No.
It's
I mean,
disgusting.
I get the soup for when you're sick, but no.
You can't buy these in stores. You can only buy them at progressosoupdrops.com. And they're putting out new batches every Thursday, so they won't run out.
Ugh.
I mean,
They're going to sell them.
they're going to sell them, but I don't even want to try them. I'm
No.
not going to buy them.
Because
I've bought stuff before
Yeah, like those
to test it for the show.
those fucking KFC candles.
We gave those away.
I know.
Oh my God. No soup drops for me. No soup drops for you.
That's right.
And now for something completely different. And now for something completely different.
Yeah, twice is even better than once. I pressed the button wrong. I pressed it twice. Truly interesting. I did not know this existed. It came up on my feed, and I did a little bit of investigating because I just did not know that this was a thing. This is a new hotel chain. It's called Graduate by Hilton. This is a chain of 33 locations across the U.S., and they have a couple in the United Kingdom. This is a collection of hotels that are geared towards the schools that they're located near. Okay. So they have one in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, for the Tar Heels, of course. And the entire hotel is themed to the school. You can see in the picture there's a replica of the Wright brothers' first airplane. They use the colors of the school. They have one in Oxford, Mississippi. And each one in Tucson, Arizona, Palo Alto, California, Nashville, Tennessee, each one is geared towards that city and the school that is famous for that city. Isn't that cool?
That's really fun.
But look at the touches. Like,
These
look at
rooms
that.
are nice.
Look at the Evanston, Illinois one. That looks like your grandmother's guest bedroom.
Yeah.
I mean, it does not look like a hotel room.
No.
So you guys have to check it out. Go to graduatebyhilton.com or whatever their address is. And check it out. They have ones in Tempe, Tucson, Austin. They're in Richmond, Virginia. Oh, Richmond, we go there every now and then. We should check it out.
Charlottesville, Annapolis,
New Haven, Connecticut, State College, Pennsylvania. I mean, it's really, really cool.
Wow.
And each one is completely different from the next. I love it. When are they going to
That's
open the
really
one
cool.
for UNLV here in Las Vegas?
I don't know.
Not that we don't have tons and tons of themed things here.
Right.
But how fun if you're on a road trip. And, you know, we've been talking about possibly going on a road trip later this summer.
Yeah.
I want to stop at that Nashville, Tennessee one in Music City.
Yeah. I mean, the closest one that we could get to would be the Tennessee.
Well, there's one in Tucson. That's a drivable destination for us.
We're
Yeah.
not going across country and making a sidetrack to Tucson.
I think a dog farted in here. Why do we allow dogs in our studio? Anyway, I thought it was really cool. Hilton has scores of different brands,
Yeah.
just like Marriott does. I mean, sometimes I don't understand why these companies need as many brands as they do, but I guess they know what they're doing.
Well, I mean, I guess, but the thing about this one, though, because each one's unique, it seems like it makes it expensive to branch out. Because each one, you just can't make one and get the formula right
Yeah.
and then just take that same thing and do it again. You got to
Like
hire people
Right. Like they do
every
with the
single time
to design that
to design
particular
it.
one.
Yeah.
Well, that's what makes it special.
No, I'm sure.
It makes it more boutique-y.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the W. I mean, each W is completely different from the next one.
Yeah.
Unlike
that's
the
true.
Holiday Inn Express. If you go to a Holiday Inn Express in Tucson, it's the exact same Holiday Inn Express as in Richmond.
Right. And there's a market for those. those.
shitty no hotels that have no personality whatsoever.
Shitty. You need a room. You need a room.
Well, I stayed in a couple hotels, but I wouldn't say budget, a step above budget when I did my trip in October to the East Coast by myself because you wouldn't go with me. And I stayed in that kind of hotel that has absolutely no character.
Yeah.
You know?
The one thing I hate about those
And they're just depressing.
is the usually no restaurant and bar.
Well, luckily both of them did.
Yeah.
So that was
But
good.
you can get those. And
Yeah.
It's like, what do I do?
But you know, the ones where the couch is like hard as a rock
know,
and it's
yeah.
not even comfortable to sit on. And I don't know. I hate most hotels, even fancy hotels. I just don't feel comfortable there.
I hate a hotel.
I'd rather be at home.
Yes.
Anyway, speaking of home, one of the things that we've done trying to keep warm is we watched a really great movie the other night, Sunday night, I think it was. You guys got to check it out. It's called Back in Action on Netflix. You've probably heard about it. It's Cameron Diaz and Jamie Foxx.
Have they? Because I didn't know anything about it until you mentioned it.
It's Netflix's #1 movie. In the first 3 days, they had almost 50 million views.
Nice.
Yeah. This is Cameron Diaz's first movie in 10 years. She took 10 years off to hang out with her family. I don't know why, because she was at the top of her game, but she seemed great. She didn't even seem to age that much.
No, she looks exactly the
great.
same.
Jamie Foxx looks exactly the same. Glenn Close is in it. Kyle Chandler from Friday Night Lights, he's in it. Critics did not like it. They were actually pretty brutal. It only has a 23% on Rotten Tomatoes from the critics. But audiences are liking it. 62% of audiences liked it. Is that good? I guess that's a D. No, that's a D, I guess.
I think it's a fun watch.
It's a fun movie. It's not a serious movie.
No.
It's just a silly action thriller, and it's funny
Yeah.
at parts. And it's a PG-13, so the whole family can watch it. There's
Yeah.
there's no naked boobies in it. I don't even think they said the F word.
No,
They may
I think
have.
they did.
Did they?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. A couple times.
It was pretty tame, though. And it was fun. I enjoyed it. It's about 2 hours long. It's about two former CIA spies who are pulled back into espionage after their secret identities are exposed. So, and their kids go along for the ride. There's always kids. There's always kids in these shows now.
It's a. I was telling you this. It's a less violent version of the movie Nobody with Bob Odenkirk.
Well, that was super R-rated.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
so-
incredibly violent.
Yeah.
But kind of the same thing where a guy was something in a former life, now has a family who don't know anything about it, and the past comes back.
Yeah. True.
pretty much it.
And it was very similar to the Mark Wahlberg movie that came out last year.
Yes.
Trying to remember the name of that one. The Family Plan
Family
that was filmed here in Vegas.
Yeah.
Almost the exact same movie.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's fun. If you like Cameron Diaz and Jamie Foxx, and Glenn Close plays a very small little character, but
You shouldn't have said anything.
oh, she's not in it. She's not in it.
You are horrible.
Well, they've advertised the fact that she's in it. I'm not.
Oh, I thought that wasn't advertised.
Well,
Okay.
It's online.
Okay.
Anyway, let's stay on the Netflix bandwagon because I want to talk about something that's coming out tomorrow. I'm super, super excited about it. January 23rd is Netflix is dropping all 10 episodes of season 2 of The Night Agent. So excited about this. Gabriel Basson, is that how you say his last name?
Basson, I think. Yeah.
Anyway, he plays a young FBI agent named Peter who gets kind of pulled into all this espionage and the threat against the government, trying to kill the president and all this stuff. It's really fun. Really fun. It's over the top. It would never happen or couldn't happen, I don't think, but it's super fun. The first one, I didn't know this until I was reading up on it for today. It was based on a book, the first season. Now, there was no sequel to the book. So the rest of it, season 2, and the eventual season 3, because it's already been renewed for a third season, is original. So there's no source material here. So they had to hire writers to come up with ideas for this. And apparently they went to Thailand in this second season. So it should be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah.
Excited about that. That's tomorrow on. And one thing Netflix does, if you guys want to binge because it's snowing outside, like most of the country is, you can watch all 10 episodes all at once. That's how Netflix does it.
Yeah, they've done that since day one.
Also, Netflix just announced yesterday, or maybe it was, yesterday, that they're raising their prices by $2. Well, I guess for the ad version, which is actually pretty cheap, it was $7.99. They're raising it to $8.99.
Okay.
But for the version we have, the premium version,
it's like $18 now.
No, it's like in the 20s now.
20s now?
Yeah.
Jeez.
It's still worth it. There's so much good content on there.
It's good.
Just some Las Vegas news, since we are coming to you from Las Vegas. This has been rumored to be happening for a long time, but now it's officially happening. Phil Ruffin, the 89-year-old owner of the Circus here in Vegas, has officially put the Circus on the market. And guess how much he wants for it?
People are saying it's too much money.
$5 billion.
I mean,
he doesn't think it's because of the hotel and casino and Adventure Dome amusement park.
Land.
He thinks it's the land that's worth $5 billion.
Land.
So he's got 102 acres there with 2,000 feet of strip frontage. And he's now sandwiched between the Resorts World and Fontainebleau. So he's got some prime real estate there. But is it worth $5 billion?
I don't think so, because there's just not the traffic.
No, he bought the Circus in 2019 for $825 million from MGM. Yeah. So
the only way
he's asking for over $4 billion profit.
Yeah, the only way that those casinos up there are going to get foot traffic, is the land needs to be developed across from the wind. Yeah, that's the only way. It's the only way. It's too far away from everything.
It's true. They need to put something between the mall and Resorts World,
and that's where the baseball should have been. But
that's where it should still go. Yeah, I think. Anyway, Circus is one of the oldest properties on the Strip. It opened in 1968. And it's kind of, if you guys haven't been there, it's really kind of for the, I don't want to say lower class people.
It has a
middle class people, budget people on a budget.
It's a budget hotel, almost just like Luxor and Excalibur are. But it has the thing for kids. There's
tons of things for kids. Yeah. So if you're bringing your family and you have little kids or even young teenagers who like roller coasters and SpongeBob SquarePants, which is its newest attraction that opened this past year, go there. Their food's not that great. Their ceilings are really low. It kind of smells.
It's seen its time.
But-
Although the steakhouse gets really good reviews.
Yeah.
But that's the only restaurant.
We certainly have better steakhouses than that, but it does do pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, he thinks it's going to sell. So we'll see. He told Forbes magazine, Ruffin, that he plans to sell, after he sells Circus, he wants to buy another property on the Strip so he doesn't have to pay capital gains taxes.
God, the guy's going to
What's he going to buy?
he's-
Is there anything else for sale?
I can't.
Maybe Caesars wants to unload something.
Yeah, the flamingo.
Oh my goodness. Flamingo needs so much work. I mean, they've put a bunch of new restaurants in it on the first floor, but
Yeah.
it needs so much work. They need to implode their parking garage. It is a pit. A pit. Anyway.
Yeah.
Some more Vegas news. The Black Eyed Peas have pulled out of their planned Planet Hollywood residency. They were supposed to do 15 dates starting in mid-February, going through to the end of May. They have not given a reason. They just cited current circumstances, but didn't elaborate on what those circumstances are.
No one wants to go.
And it's the Black Eyed Peas without Fergie.
Yeah.
Who the fuck wants to watch the Black Eyed Peas without Fergie?
It's been without her for a long time.
See how upset Charlie is about it?
He can't believe it either.
He can't believe it either. Everyone knows the real reason that they're canceling is because of poor ticket sales. But, they're not going to say that.
No.
Just like J-Lo didn't say last summer that she was canceling her concert tour because of low ticket sales.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, do you feel bad for the Black Eyed Peas?
No, I've never really been a fan.
I mean, will.i.am said he was planning the most innovative residency ever. He said it was going to be half concert and half interactive play, whatever the hell that means. He was going to push the boundaries of a live show experience. But I didn't even consider going.
I didn't even know they were here.
They're not here.
Or even coming.
They were coming. Well, there you go. They're just not big enough draw. You know who is a big draw? Kenny Chesney.
He is. If
He's
you know
gonna
country music. He's fun.
I love country music. He's going to be the first country star to play at the Las Vegas Sphere. This was just announced since the last time we talked to you. His initial 12-date residency will start on May 22nd, running through June 14th. So they're all pretty close together.
Yeah.
Kenny says the show will consume the audience. And how could it not? You
Yeah.
guys have heard us talk about the Sphere before. It is probably the most innovative venue on the entire planet. 160,000 square foot screen, 167,000 individual speakers, which just seems mind-boggling to me, even though I've been there and I've listened to them. I mean, each seat is specially made so that you're hearing exactly what you're supposed to hear.
Yeah.
It's
It was cool.
amazing. Amazing. So, and you told me about this. I didn't even know about this, that people like Kenny Chesney and the Eagles and everyone else, they go to a special venue in LA to practice.
Yeah, there's from what I understand, there is a much, much smaller version in LA.
Yeah.
Where they build
their video and audio.
The video portion of it to get it right, and then it's shipped to the Sphere.
And they can practice there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about that. From my understanding, it was just to build the visuals, but maybe.
Oh, okay. So test them to see what they look like on the big screen.
Yeah.
But the screen's not nearly as big as the one here.
No. But yeah.
On a smaller scale.
Smaller scale. Yeah.
Well, and the rumor now, I think I heard this from Vital Vegas, is that the Backstreet Boys are next to be announced at the Sphere.
That's not the rumor I heard.
You heard a different rumor?
I heard that this MSG, Madison Square Garden,
which owns half of the Sphere,
is spending something of like millions of dollars to reformat the original Wizard of Oz for a showing.
Oh, yeah. That was already announced. That's not a rumor. That's coming.
Fuck off.
He heard it here. He heard it here on the fucking Switch edition.
It's not.
Yes, you did.
Whatever.
You're crazy. It's so funny. Sometimes, like in the middle of the week, Dale will tell me something like he's telling me for the first time, and I'm like, "You dumbass! I'm the one who told you that." We forget who told each other what. Anyway, do you think the Backstreet Boys are big enough to
no
take over the Sphere?
No.
I don't either. They're more like Planet Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
what I
I
think.
mean, but I haven't been and I don't want to go. Maybe their concerts packed and sold out. I don't
Maybe
know.
so. Maybe so.
I don't
know. Well, someone who could not fill Planet Hollywood or the Sphere or the Go-Go's, but the Go-Go's are coming. I thought they were done performing together, but apparently
Yeah.
they keep coming back for more. The Go-Go's are coming to the Palms Pearl Concert Theater on May 15th. If you're into 80s music, which I am.
Yeah.
So that could be fun. This isn't, well, that's not the Go-Go's, but we can't afford the Go-Go's. And finally, here's an interesting medical news that maybe you heard of this one too, Dale.
I haven't heard of it.
According to the medical journal called Sports Medicine and Health Science, emptying your bowels right before some kind of activity gives you better brain activity and response time. That means pooping.
Yeah.
Pooping can improve your cognitive performance. They did a study about this. So they built this around a similar study that showed that patients in the early stages of Parkinson's disease were more cognitively impaired when they were constipated. So getting the poop out
Yes.
helps you perform better.
Okay.
You could put that in many different contexts.
Yes.
But I'm wondering if the coaches of the Commanders, the Eagles, the Chiefs, and the Bills are listening.
Right? Everyone gets laxative the day before.
Everyone needs to poop before we get out there on the playing field.
Right.
As you know, the NFL championship games are this coming Sunday. The Commanders will face off against the Eagles at 3 p.m. Eastern on Fox, and the Chiefs, my favorites, are playing the Bills at 6:30 p.m. Eastern on CBS. That all leads up to 2 weeks from now, February 9th, the Super Bowl
Yeah.
in New Orleans, where they're getting snow. They have snow on the ground for the first time in like a decade or more.
A long, long time.
Yeah. So anyway, pooping is good for you. I knew it was. I mean, why else would we do it every day?
Every day.
Every day. Dale does not like it when I tell him that I did it. He would like it to be a mystery.
Yes.
Yeah. Speaking of pooping, it's time to go. We'll talk at you next week.
Bye.
And I just do not like it.